You're watching Meditations from Inside. Once again, here's Chaplain Kelly.
Welcome to Meditations from Inside. Thank you for joining me here today. Over the past few sessions, we've been practicing mindful breathing. And in the last module, we learned how to come back to the breath when the mind wanders. In today's lesson, I'm going to be talking about how to improve our concentration. When I talk about improving our concentration, what I mean is how can we better stay focused on our breath while we're meditating. As mentioned in the last module, when our mind starts to wander, it doesn't mean that there's anything going wrong with your meditation. This is just what the mind does. It thinks about the past, it wanders into the future, it just goes all over the place. This is something that meditators often refer to as their monkey mind. Why do they call this their monkey mind? Well, like a monkey is always jumping around from branch to branch and from tree to tree, and it never seems to want to slow down, our mind does exactly the same thing. It jumps from thought to thought to thought. In meditation, what we want to do is learn how to work with the monkey mind. Often what we try to do is we try to stop our monkey mind from moving from thought to thought, or we try and suppress our thoughts. But instead of trying to force the monkey to stay put and not jump around, there's a much better way to handle our monkey mind. The better way is that we actually can give the monkey mind something to do, and this will help us stay focused on our breath. The technique that we use to give our monkey mind something to do is called labeling. Labeling means that we add a short phrase that we can repeat in our mind as we're trying to focus on our breath. This short phrase can be simply something like counting the breaths, so counting 1 as you breathe in and 1 as you breathe out, 2 as you breathe in and 2 as you breathe out. It can be a short mantra. It could be like a very short prayer. You can also just, when you notice yourself thinking, you can just like label it thinking. So labeling in meditation really can be many different things. In this meditation, we're going to use the words rising and falling. So our labeling is going to be the words rising and falling rather. As you breathe in, you're going to mentally, very quietly and mentally say the word rising, and you're going to feel the belly rising. And as you breathe out, you're going to very quietly say in your mind the word falling, and then you're going to feel the falling of the belly and the falling of the chest. So when we do this labeling of the breath to improve our concentration, we want to make sure that most of our attention is still focused on the actual sensations of the breath. About 90% of your attention should still be feeling the breath in the body, and just about 10% of your attention being focused with the words rising and falling. We want to do this because if all of our attention is just on the words rising and falling, it's still a very conceptual exercise and not meditation. In meditation, we really want to tap into the raw sensations that we're experiencing. So the raw sensations of the breath. So in the meditation today, we'll be continuing with mindful breathing and noticing the physical sensations of the breath. And then we're going to bring our attention back whenever our mind wanders. And don't worry if it seems like you're continually bringing your mind back. you will just eventually start to stay on the breath longer and longer and longer, and your mind will wander less and less and less. So we're going to do that. We're going to focus on the sensation of the breath, bring our mind back every time it wanders, and then we're going to be adding in this other layer of labeling the breath, giving our monkey mind something to do. All right, so let's try this now. All right, let's just get into our comfortable position in our chair for meditation. Just take a few moments to settle into that position, and then when you're ready, just close or partially close your eyes. As usual, we begin by just turning our attention inward and just becoming aware of our breathing. Take a few deep breaths in to relax the body and the mind. Breathing in deeply and then breathing out slowly. Let's do this again, breathing in deeply and breathing out slowly. When we do this, we're just allowing our breath to return to its natural rhythm, letting the body breathe itself, and then spend a few moments again just inviting your body to soften and relax. As you're doing this, just try to let go of all of your to-do lists. Let go of any agendas that you may have. Just give yourself permission to be just here in this moment, focusing on your breathing and relaxing your body. When you're ready, bring your attention to the feeling of the breath once again. For some of you, that will be the sensation or feeling of the breath right at the tip of your nose. For others of you, you will focus on the rising and falling of your chest or your stomach. Just try and practice the mindful breathing techniques that we've learned so far. Just connecting with wherever you feel the breath, and just noticing the movement of the breath in and out of your body. Now we're going to start to practice the labeling technique. Just saying the short phrase to help us stay focused on the breath. So as you breathe in, quietly in your mind, just say the word rising. And then actually feel the rising of the belly or the chest or in the breath of your nostrils. And then as you breathe out, just quietly in your mind, say the word falling. And then feel the falling of the belly or the chest or the out-breath of the nostrils. Breathing in, mentally reciting rising. Breathing out, mentally reciting falling, rising and falling. Let's just conjoin our breath with our labeling. Let's just do that for a while. Rising and falling. rising and falling. Whenever you notice your attention wanders away from the breath and your labeling, just acknowledge that the attention has wandered, and then just very gently bring your attention back to the breath. Remember, we want to do this without any judgment or self-criticism. We just want to practice acceptance. And then once again, reconnect with the breath and the phrases that we've been using, rising on the in-breath and falling on the out-breath, rising and falling. As you repeat those words, really see if you can keep most of your awareness on the physical sensations of your breath. Just keep letting the words be very quiet, very soft in the back of your mind. Just something that's keeping you pointed on your breath. Breathing in, noticing the rising. Breathing out, noticing the falling. As you're mentally reciting, rising and falling, you're just giving your monkey mind something to do, something to keep busy. Notice where your attention is right now. Is it with a thought, a pain in the body, a judgment? Wherever your attention is, just notice and acknowledge it. Allow it to be there, but then invite your attention back to the feeling of the breath in the body. Just feeling the rise and fall of the belly or chest, using the words rising and falling to help you stay connected. Really don't worry much about what is distracting you, whether it's a sound in the environment, or a thought, or an emotion, or pain in the body. Whatever is distracting you, just acknowledge it and then let it go. And invite your attention back to the breath. Breathing in and labeling it rising. Breathing out and labeling it falling. To end this meditation today, we're going to take a deep breath in. Again, breathing in deeply and breathing out slowly. In your own time, open your eyes and just take a moment to notice how you feel in your body and mind. So great work today, everyone, on learning how to use phrases, learning how to label the breath to gain a little bit more concentration in our meditation. Of course, just remember that the mind is going to wander. It will keep wandering. But our job is to just keep coming back to the breath. And eventually that will get much easier, and eventually our mind will stay on our breath for longer and longer periods of time. So again, thank you so much for joining me here today, and I wish you all a very peaceful day.
If you enjoyed this program, why not attend a live meditation class with Chaplain Kelly? Submit your special request today.